What's up, guys? Welcome back to Kick It with Lou's Fix It. Today I just wanted to kick it with all you guys. Most of my newcomers that's getting into this RC life, and I know a lot of people hear things about how to store your lipo batteries and the proper way of storing them to keep your family, to keep your house safe dealing with these lipo batteries, because they can be dangerous. I'm not saying that they is dangerous. They can be dangerous. And people run their cars and maintenance their cars, but they don't take the time out. Some people don't take the time out to look at their batteries to make sure their batteries are still in function properly. So today's video is the safety of having your lipo batteries, the safety measurements to take dealing with these lipo batteries. First, I'm gonna start off with the small safety bag. These bags that I have is not the best on the market. They are just to keep me and my family safe from any sparks, any explosions of these batteries, any fire, God forbid, if any of these batteries was to catch on fire. Keep me safe from that while I'm sleeping, while I'm away, while I'm in the house. The little package, I'm gonna start off with the little one. The little one is to charge your batteries. This is what you put your batteries in every single time you charge your battery. You will put your battery in, you sit the charger on the side, and once your battery begins charging, you put it in eye view. Do not put it inside 2 rooms away, or put it inside of a room, close the door and let it charge. Or if you have a basement and that's where you keep all your hobby equipment, you put it on a charger and you set a timer, and then you come back when your timer goes off when you figure it's going to be fully charged. Do not do that. Do not do that. If you're going to charge your battery, if it's going to take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever the time is going to take, please put it in eye view where you can see it, where you can see if the battery, if anything goes wrong with that battery, please put it there so that you know, okay, something ain't right, let me unplug my charger, or the battery is fully charged quicker than I thought it was, so let me disconnect the battery. This is to prevent if the battery was to be charged incorrectly and it was to explode or catch fire or, heat up and, ignite. This is to prevent any fire damage in your home while the battery is charging. That's why this one is so important. I tell you about one time I was charging my light battery. This is when I was fresh new into RC. I was charging one of my 2S lipo batteries, the small ones for my lights, and I put the amp all the way up. I think I had the amp on 7, or I forget what it was, but it was up to its max. And I put it on the charger. The green light was blinking because I got one of the small chargers, lipo chargers for my small batteries. I don't put it on a big one, the machine that you press all the buttons and everything. I don't put it on that one. Sometimes I do, but majority of times I don't. So I had it on that. I had it on my small charger, and I see it's charged. It's almost fully charged. The light was blinking green, so when it turns to a steady green, then it's fully charged. So I'm waiting for it to turn to a steady green. I got it in my house. I put it inside of a room where I could see through the door and see the light. What's the function of the lights? What's the status of the charging with the lights? And I heard like a sissing noise. And I was like, I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, Dad, what the hell is that noise? Where's that noise coming from? So I went to go and see where the noise was coming from. It was coming from that way. I went to go see where the noise was coming from. As soon as I got almost over, because I had the battery attached in my car. As soon as I got almost over the car to see what was the noise, like listening to see where the noise was coming from, the battery exploded. And it's not an explosion like a firecracker or M80 or something like that. It's just all of the fumes, the liquids or whatever that's inside of the battery popped the battery. It bubbled up until it got fat and it popped the battery. And when the battery popped, all the stuff that's in the battery flew up in the air. And when it flew up in the air, it caught me slightly on the top of my forehead. Lucky I had on my glasses. It caught me slightly on the top of my forehead. And when it popped, everything, it was like a poof. And you could hear it like it was poof like that. And it caught fire. At first, it just shot up a bunch of like dust, like a greenish dust. And then it caught fire. And I ran, I got the fire extinguisher, I put the fire out, and it was not easy putting the fire out because this thing is still igniting, you know? I had to start putting the fire out. Once I noticed the fire wasn't going out, you know, me not thinking in panic mode, I forgot to unplug the charger. So I pulled the charger out and, you know, put the fire out. Lucky there was no damage inside the house. All it was a bunch of fire extinguisher dust all around the place, all over my car. I melted the chassis on my car. I had to get a new chassis for the car. I melted the wires for the ESC going into the motor because it was mounted in the car. So the car was pretty much had to be rebuilt. You know, that wasn't a problem rebuilding it. You know, the problem was that, you know, it wasn't a problem. That everything from that was just a lesson learned to not play around with these batteries. These batteries is something serious, man. And that was just that was one of these small batteries. Let me see. It was about the size of this battery here. And if you could see, this one is pretty much the size of my thumb. So that was a fire with that one that was hard to get out. Imagine one of these 3S batteries. This one is almost the size of my hand. Imagine one of these batteries exploding and catching on fire in your house. That would not be pretty. So if it's inside one of these bags, now the bag won't stop the fire. You know, the bag won't make it, you know, where it's gonna burn regardless. But the bag keep the fire in here where at least you can unplug it, grab the bag and throw the bag outside. Throw it in the tub somewhere where it's not going to be a fire damage. You know, you throw it in the tub, turn the shower on, something. I don't know. I'm just, you know, giving scenarios or what you can do to get the fire out of, you know, the area where it's burning out of your house into safety. So that's the importance of this bag. The big bag is where you store your lipo batteries at. Every one of my cars, all of my cars that I have here, no car, I don't go to sleep with any of my batteries inside of any of my cars. Every time I finish with my car, I take my batteries out, the light battery, fan batteries, whatever it is, the battery that's running the car, I take all my batteries out, put them inside here. Now, yes, I am getting more cars, and I do gotta upgrade and get a better battery, get a better casing for my batteries. Right now, I'm just dealing with this one. I haven't got, with the grace of God, I have not had any further incidents besides when that one battery caught on fire from over putting the amps up high on my charger. I mean, while I was charging it, you know. But this one right here is to prevent if any of my batteries was bad. Now, before I put my batteries in, when I take them and take them out the car and put them in the car, I check the batteries, make sure there's no bubbling on it. Only batteries that you really can't tell is the ones with the hard casing. The hard casing batteries, you really can't tell if they messing up on the inside because it got the hard casing on it. So it's pretty much hard. I would say if you see any bulging out on the sides of your battery, of your casing, because regardless of the hard casing or not, if the battery is getting big, nothing's gonna stop it. You know, the hard casing is not gonna stop it. The hard casing is just gonna hold it temporarily, and then your casing will start. You'll see, you know, shapes in your casing, in your hard casing. You'll see that start, you know, bubbling out. Hopefully, you'll see it before any damage. But you know, I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm just here to tell you guys the safety measures to take while you're dealing with these lipo batteries dealing with your cars. So number one, please charge your battery every time you charge your battery. I don't care how small, how big the battery is. Put it in your case, and if you have a better case, a charging case, put it inside there every time you charge your battery. Keep the charger out so you can see the function of the battery, of the charging status, and see if it's fully charged or not. When it's fully charged, disconnect it. If you're charging your battery and your battery is getting hot, turn the amperage down, cool the battery down before you continue charging. Do not charge any battery while it's warm, while it's hot. If you feel the heat on your hand of the battery, if you pick it up and it feels warm to you, stop charging your battery. Let it cool down. Do not put it in the freezer to cool down. Do not rush these things. Let it cool down on its own. Turn the amperage on your charger down and start your process of charging the battery again. If it continues to get hot, I would not deal with that battery at all. Something is wrong with it. When you not using your cars, they say don't keep your battery plugged into your ESC when you're not using it. I don't say don't keep the battery plugged into your ESC. I say don't keep the battery in your car, period. Take the battery out, put it inside your safety bag, close the safety bag up, put it somewhere where if it do catch fire, it won't spread to anything else. So put it somewhere away from the wall, on a tile floor, someplace where fire wouldn't spread. You know, if you have that advantage, put it somewhere like that. So let me give you a look inside to show you how my batteries is. So this is all my lipos. I got my 4S. I only got 3 4S batteries. I got my 4S up here, my 6S. This is all my 3S here. This is all my 2S here. And this is all my small 2S and 3S batteries down here. Alright, so I know I gotta get a bigger and better bag to store my batteries in. I am looking, but when I look for something, I take my time and I go through all of the procedures on which bag, whatever I'm gonna get, what would be the best one for me. That's what I look for, what would be better for me, for my uses, what I'm gonna use it for. But this video right here was just for my newcomers, even my old cats that's, probably was dealing with nitro cars and they just turning over right now to get to electric cars. And they really don't know. Like, some people been in this hobby for years, but they've been dealing with nitro cars and they just trying to experience the electric cars, and they really don't know. This for anybody out there that didn't know, the proper way of storing your batteries outside of harm. Maybe I'm not doing mine's the best. So if you have a better way of how to store your batteries, your lipos, how to store them a little bit safer than what I'm saying right now, then hit me in a comment. Let me know. Maybe you could give me some knowledge on a better way to store my lipos. And I'll come out with a video if it's way better, if it's better than mine's, and I do that route, I go that route, and it actually works better than how I store mine's, then I throw up a video and I shout you out. Listen, this person such and such, they came on my video when I did my last safety video about your lipo batteries, and they gave me a better idea, and this is that idea. I don't have a problem with taking ideas from people, and if it's better than mine's, I spread the word. I'm just here to spread the word. I'm not here to who's better and who's not. I'm just here to spread the word, keep everybody out there safe, keep everybody out there with a little bit more knowledge than what they had yesterday. So I'm gonna kick out from this one. Like, share, subscribe. Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. Run your cars. Have fun. Talk to me. I'll talk back. See you on the next one.